Please welcome.
Namaste Saraswati Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ancha Kalpatarubhyas Chakripa Sindhureva Vichapatitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavi. I don't have any memories of Srila Prabhupada in Atlanta. Hare Krishna. But I'm going to take this opportunity to ask a question to Shrutakirti Prabhu and Panchagoda Prabhu. As I came across something in my wanderings in the Veda base, which I do, I spend a lot of my time wandering in the Veda base. It's all right, it's not. So this morning I came across a quote from our godbrother Gaura Prabhu, which he wrote in a Vyasa Puja offering, that Rasada Prabhu, was he in Atlanta at all? Rasada. He was passing away from cancer.
Rasa was in Paris. He was in Paris and in Brazil.
Oh.
He was in Paris and then he joined
in Paris. Yeah. Oh, that was back to Richard or something?
Well, they called him
Dirty Pig or something like that. Yeah, okay, so I'm thinking somewhere. So anyway, he had told Gaura Prabhu, who mentioned it in this Vyasa Puja offering, that Srila Prabhupada had said that the devotee should spend 8 months a year in the West and 4 months each year in Mayapur and Vrindavan, getting spiritually recharged. You ever hear that, either of you? If neither of you heard it, it's maybe one of those Prabhupada says.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll relegate it to the Prabhupada said doubtful category.
Like the festival times.
I mean, we've heard that every year the devotees should come to the holy Dham, Vrindavan, Mayapur, and recharge their batteries so they can go out again in the field of preaching. I don't know about the 4 months and 8 months.
Oh, okay.
But there's a time of retirement. You can come and live your whole life in Vrindavan. You know? When they don't want you at home anymore and nothing else to do, might as well go to Vrindavan and retire.
It may be that Srila Prabhupada said that casually to someone. There are so many things. I learned so many things just in a few minutes hearing from Balavanta Prabhu. And as I say, I spend especially the last few years, I've spent much of my time wandering around the Veda base and on YouTube watching videos, Prabhupada's instructions, memories of Prabhupada. There's so much material, so much rich material. I was compiling a book on Srila Prabhupada, which was recently published. I learned that Father, what do they call him? They call him Father Ham, do they? He was a Baptist, Kirtananda. They call it Pastor Ham or whatever. Senior.
His father was minister, Baptist minister. His father was a famous Baptist minister. He baptized Billy Graham.
Yeah, well, that's something I learned. You don't say father in Protestant tradition. It's Catholic.
No. Reverend.
Reverend.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, what else? I got some background information on the In God We Trust initiative, which I did a whole section on in the. Did I send that to you in advance for checking, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't get that. The Prabhupada, one major reason Srila Prabhupada, maybe I did, I don't remember, that Srila Prabhupada stopped it because of it could threaten our tax exempt status.
Karandar convinced him.
Karandar convinced him about that, yeah. Although Srila Prabhupada also said that it was because it was a distraction, something like that he was saying.
Shrutakirti knows that I approached Shrutakirti when Prabhupada was here, so it's a little relevant to the discussion. Because Prabhupada came, the party had been stopped, and so I wanted to speak with Prabhupada about that and understand a little more deeply why he had done that. So I asked Shrutakirti, could I speak with Prabhupada about the God We Trust party? So Shruti mentioned that to Prabhupada, and then so I was invited in. It was just me and Prabhupada. Shruti you hadn't stayed. So I sat down in front of Prabhupada, and he said, "So I think you want to discuss politics." So I said, "Yes, Prabhupada." I remember exactly the words. "Yes, Prabhupada, but I do not want to do it if you are not enthusiastic." Because I mean, I'm doing it for him, not for me. And he said, "Oh, I am enthusiastic. Just don't ask me for money." That was a pretty clear message, because we couldn't run. We had told him previously in a letter that these campaigns are quite expensive, and so we need money, and we proposed that we would have Sankirtan devotees in various temples to collect money for the Igavi Trust Party. And Karandar had told Prabhupada that if you do that, you're going to lose your tax exempt status.
Yeah.
So Prabhupada stopped it. So that was a shorthand way of telling me that that's why.
As Prabhupada remembrances last year, this year, next year, how many more years to expect this to go on for disciples of Srila Prabhupada
Eternally.
saying this? It will go on eternally, but on this plane, on this planet.
He came back, just let.
Right, you had some serious health issue, right?
I died.
He left and came back.
Medically, I died on the beach.
Hare Krishna.
And I came back. It's to be with you, yes.
Wow.
So to the devotees who are sitting down there in front of us, the great Mahatmas, leaders of the future, you can just, I'm sure you know, but request and remind you that these great personalities, they're not going to be here much longer, so please take advantage of their association. And also, these Prabhupada remembrances can go on eternally one way, on this plane. One way is that we do have so much material that was collected for Prabhupada Lilamrita. A lot of that stuff, a lot of the remembrances were lost, and a lot of it has been found again fairly recently, and it's in the latest edition of the Vedabase. Then Siddhanta Prabhu has done that tremendous service of finding out so many disciples of Srila Prabhupada and others, and recording their memories. And I request any here among the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, or others who may have had his direct darshan, to make an appointment with Siddhanta Prabhu. When he asked me, I said, I don't have much to say. I didn't have hardly any association. And whatever I had, I wrote it in a book. But he said, do it anyway. So I did. Whatever it is, it's valuable. What is it, Trump, what's he doing nowadays? He's having a fight with Elon Musk. Forget it. Prabhupada sneezed. It's much more important. Everything Srila Prabhupada said and did is far more important. Just Mukunda Prabhu was talking about that in the class this morning. That everything in over at Krishna. Saying everything, that was there in the Bhagavatam verse, right? So everything, it's all the same. It goes in what's in the past, it's in the present, it's in the future, it's the same old chewing the chew. But whatever Srila Prabhupada did is of eternal, cosmic importance. We have to be careful in so everyone can select their favorite memories. 50 years from now, they can speak. We have to be careful because sometimes devotees see the same situation in a different way, and I've heard, or actually it's recorded, different versions, and some versions they exaggerate the facts or get them wrong. I put that in the book also, how there's one recording of Indradyumna Swami saying how at a festival in, I can't remember exactly myself, and that's the problem, at a festival in Bombay with 50,000 people present, Prabhupada had a fight with a hippie, but it's he said, you're not God, you are a dog. But it's all mixed up because it was in Delhi, there were less people, where there was Prabhupada had a fight with a hippie, and there was another occasion in Glasgow, in Scotland, where someone stood up and said, I am God, and Prabhupada said, you are not God, you are dog. So things get mixed up. We have to be careful also. There's one recording of Srila Prabhupada, Chirayu, I just mentioned. There's one recording of Srila Prabhupada where he tells a disciple, don't breathe. So presumably that devotee was close to Prabhupada and breathing directly in his face, I suppose. But if you take that literally, Prabhupada said, and it's for everyone. So when you join this movement, you don't breathe. Is that right? Maybe you have to become a yogi to get to the stage where you don't breathe. So it has to be taken carefully. But it should go on. It should go on. We all are eternally linked with Srila Prabhupada, and by his mercy we're all we're all intrinsically eternally linked with Krishna, but we here and so many others are eternally linked with each other via Srila Prabhupada. We're all linked with Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas in parampara. So, to my God brothers and God sisters here, I request you to please forgive all my offenses. I can't guarantee I won't commit more, but please forgive me, and please bless me, and look forward to seeing you all at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. Don't know where, don't know when, but we're all going to be there, right? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.